Hello, and
Hi.
welcome to
Hola.
Goetz podcast.
Hi.
Hello. I apologize because I sound like absolute garbage today.
No, you don't.
No, you actually don't. You actually sound completely normal.
I woke up this morning and I was like, "Oh, I need some eggs." Like I was, cause like you know when you have a sore throat and you first wake up after sleeping for a while and your throat is just like dry and you can't talk and it takes a while of you sitting up before you can talk normal again.
Yes, I do. Although it's much worse. Like having a cold in general is much worse when you're lying down, I find.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because your sinuses just kind of stay in your chest area.
You're just like coughing.
I took like 3 hot showers last night and didn't do shit.
Surely that would make it worse though if you're spending that much time in the water.
Well, no, the hot shower, there's a lot of steam and it loosens.
Oh, yeah, I
Sinus.
suppose.
It only really seems to help when you're still in the shower and then everything just dries up again and you just feel like shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you've got all your flies flying around and whatnot.
And then my nose starts bleeding and it's just a clusterfuck.
That sounds like a bit of a clusterfuck.
You know what else is a clusterfuck? Your life, because Community got canceled.
That's hilarious, Greer. That's really funny. I have nothing to live for. Thank you. No, I'm gutted about
Community got canceled, yet The Big Bang Theory and Two Broke Girls still live on.
Do we know
Yeah.
why it got canceled?
No.
Sorry?
Because NBC sucks.
I don't know why it got canceled.
Well, what's really
Like, apparently people said, like, didn't Dan Harmon leave the show in season 4?
No, he got fired, and then they brought him back for season 5 because they realised they were douches.
Yeah. Everyone should watch Dan Harmon's other show, Rick and Morty, which is on Adult Swim, which is an amazing show.
I've heard
Watch Rick and Morty, it's hilarious.
I mean, what is really egregious about the Community thing, though, is because they ended it just shy of 6 seasons in a movie, which was their kind of battle cry.
Yeah.
Aww.
I think I heard a lot of people say it was going to be over once Chevy Chase left. Like,
Yeah.
Chevy Chase left. Who else left that show? Like, didn't some other people leave that show? Or am I thinking of...
Donald Glover left.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, to be
I
honest,
was thinking of Parks and Rec for a second because I know a bunch of people left Parks and Rec recently.
yeah,
Like,
Parks and Rec-
Rob Lowe isn't on Parks and Rec anymore, and I think a few other people aren't on there anymore.
yeah, Rashida Jones or whatever her name is. I
Yeah,
don't
Rashida
forget-
Jones.
Yeah, but no, I mean, I've heard really good things about Rick and Morty. And my love of animation has kind of been reignited by
Adventure Time.
Adventure Time is fucking ace.
So good.
You keep posting to me about Adventure Time, and I'm like, I haven't seen all of the, like, I'm not an avid watcher of Adventure Time, but I still love it. I mean, but I
can
know
post me about
mostly
it.
what you're talking about.
Oh,
I've seen all of
Georgia.
them.
So you've seen them all, Georgia. I can talk to you about it, and you'll know what I'm talking about.
I think I've seen all of them because, like, I'm going through the the vlogs that Doug Walker's doing, and I'm just like, I'm trying to remember each episode he's done, and I'm just like, yeah, I remember that one, or yeah, I think I remember that.
I
So-
I've
really
only seen up to
like-
season 3.
you have
What?
to sign
I've
up
only
to-
seen through season 3.
I really like the guy. You know the episode where they go to basically the Lich
Mhm.
has made a wish. I can't remember exactly what the wish was, but basically they end up
Destroy all life or something, I think, or something
Yeah.
really bad.
like Finn has parents and Jake can't talk because he's just a dog. But there's Jake is trapped in another part of the universe with the guy that grants all the wishes. I think his
Yeah.
name is
Prismo.
Prismo. I love Prismo.
Prismo's cool.
Prismo's awesome. I want them to bring him back. I fucking love him.
I think he comes back for another episode or two.
That's cool. And yeah, LSP, of course, I can't get enough of.
You're wearing garbage for clothes.
Gotcha.
LSP wearing garbage for clothes.
I know, she just floats out.
She's,
And then I love, what's her friend's name? It's like the
Turtle Princess.
Turtle Princess, yeah. Hey, girl.
Hey, girl.
yeah, she's voiced by Pendleton Ward, isn't she? The
I know, it's great.
I think so, yeah.
yeah,
I
I
think
know.
He lot of the characters. I think he voices Turtle Princess too. So he's basically talking to himself.
I mean, I can't say enough good things about LSP. I fucking love her. She's
You told me you got to the Flame Princess finally, who's my favorite character.
I love Flame Princess. I really hate Bubblegum sometimes though.
Yeah,
A little bit, yeah.
Princess Bubblegum's kind of a bitch.
Yeah,
Sometimes she is, but I can appreciate that there's a kids show with, a prominent princess character, but she's also like a scientist.
Yeah, that's great, and she's complicated.
She's not a do-nothing. She's like, she is badass, and she's like smart and intelligent, and...
But she's also kind of evil, and like, will do things
like there's totally good reason for Finn to have a crush on her.
Yeah, exactly. Beyond her just being pretty.
Yeah. Did you get to Lemon Grab yet?
Lemon Grab is horrible.
My other favorite. Oh, that's so
terrible! We break off our microphone.
I mean, again, he's like the fucking greatest, but he's like I've never seen anything like that on a TV show, let alone a children's TV show.
I know everybody likes him, and Joe says I do a great Lemon Grab, but he's so annoying.
I love.
Really?
Oh, I wish there was a Lemon Grab show. I'd watch that every single.
The loudest show in history.
But you couldn't possibly.
Welcome to the show!
I mean, one thing I thought they did was
you made me almost spit my drink out everywhere.
It was an episode with Ice King, Tree Trunks, Lemon Grab.
I was in the dungeon.
Yeah, I thought that was a great episode. And, like, that's a really good idea, because you could never have a Lemon Grab episode where he carried the show totally, but, like, putting him with other really, really good secondary characters, I thought that really worked.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I loved actually what Doug Walker and those other people said about it. That was hilarious.
Oh, I don't know yet. I haven't gotten that far in the vlogs.
So, Greer said you got to Flame Princess. What do you think about her?
I really like her. I think she's a really interesting character, because you're not quite sure.
When they first started out, when he, like, fell in love with her, I was like, oh my god, my heart, like, swelled up. It's like, oh my god. Like, some shows, like, they deal with puppy love, and it's like, it's so cliche and typical, but this is like, it's so real,
Oh,
it's so how you really feel in that kind of thing, where you're just like, you want to be with them forever, and, just, like, and nothing is bad about them, even if they are people, you don't see that, The
fact that she like enters the show and she is literally this like ball of angry fire, and he's like, I just want to see you again. Like, it's lovely. That is exactly how first love is.
Oh my god! And like when he finds her in the woods, and he's just like, I want to sit with you and play BMO and play video games, stuff like that. And she like gets all happy, and he starts like squeeing and jumping up and down. I'm like dying. I'm just like, oh my god.
And like when like it's that thing of like you're not sure at the end of the episode whether it's going to work out between the two of them, and you're so happy when you see her. Like, the fact that he, despite, the fact that she's hot to the touch and everything, he wants to stay with her. Like, it's lovely. Like, it's so gratifying that she wasn't just kind of a one-off character, and they're developing her and they're bringing her back, and, that's what's amazing about Adventure Time, though. Like, it doesn't have one or two token female characters. All female characters are great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the only if there are any token characters, it's probably just the princesses that are in the background, like Hot Dog.
Like my favorite background princess is I love Hot Dog Princess. Like, she's so adorable.
I kind of like
the most adorable thing I've ever seen. Or oh god, Slime Princess.
I like her because she's a slug, but she has the most beautiful speaking voice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I know who you mean. The only thing that I was kind of disappointed with was the gender bend episode.
I love did you see the second one?
Marshall Lee. Oh my god, he's awesome.
Much better. The second one was a lot better. The first one, I thought they focused too much on Fiona being in love with Prince
Gumball.
It was trying to relate to the original universe,
It would have been cooler to have.
To be fair, it did turn out to be Ice King's fanfiction.
Oh, yeah.
You have to think about it in that context.
Yeah, no, you're
Speaking
totally...
of characters that really, like, what the fuck are they doing on children's show? The Ice King is really rapey. As much as I love the Ice King, he's really fucked up.
No, I mean...
Weird.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Like, if you think about the implications of him kidnapping and trying to forcibly marry all the princesses, it's like, okay, if you're not a kid and you really think about this, holy shit.
Yeah.
No, I'm right.
But it's tough.
The way I get around that with any TV show is I think that the parameters for acceptable behavior are much wider in like the fictional world. And I just think, for me, the only time when anything crosses the line is when you're expected to like a character that actually hurts people, and he doesn't really.
I know, it's not his fault.
He's too inept.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not his fault, it's the crown that made him all crazy.
Also, he's voiced by Tom Kenny, so he's instantly awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
I
glad
love
you
Tom
guys.
Kenny.
I'm glad you guys are having such fun with your fictional relationships, because Game of Thrones just broke my heart last night.
I'm sorry, I don't know what to say to console you, because I haven't
Ripped my heart out.
In the show, they
Never
did that.
stopped it.
No, I assume you're speaking strictly of Shay. I haven't watched the episode yet, so I don't know. I don't want to say what I think is going on because I don't want to spoil anything that's going to happen. But
What happened? I am yours and you are mine.
well, in the show,
Ow.
he basically had that scene where he does the cliche. You know how in a movie where there's some kid that has to get rid of his dog or something, he starts throwing rocks, and I never wanted you. Tyrion pulls that shit with Shay, so I was like, well, that's how they're setting up what happens with Shay later.
That happened in the episode, though. Like, Peter Dinklage acted the shit out of that scene last night, by the way. Peter Dinklage, that was like Game of Thrones, Season 4, Episode 6. Tyrion does stuff again. Like, Peter Dinklage acted the shit out of the last 20 minutes of that episide.
Was it just the trial? Or was it mainly the trial?
Just the trial. Like, the first 30 minutes were, breaking Theon, trying to break Theon out of the thing, and, Ramsay creepily giving him a bath. And then, what else happened? So, let's see. Who else was in that episode? There was Theon. They did stuff with Theon. They did stuff with, Davos and, Stannis. And they went to Daenerys for, like, 5 minutes. And, but then, like, the last half of the show was the trial, just completely.
Okay.
But, oh my god. I can't even deal, like, it keeps panning back to Jaime during the trial, and I'm like, Jaime, just do something, please! I'm so done with this show, I can't do it anymore.
You sound like, you know what's funny is, when they did the South Park parody, like the 3-part parody of the Game of Thrones stuff, like, they had this, what was it, in one of those plots of that, Randy became a security guard at the mall, and like,
oh yeah,
you know, it's kind of like a battlefield, and like, I don't know, people keep dying because like it's such big crowds, and they keep getting like, you know, trampled on or shanked at some point, and like the lead one dies, and Randy's just like, no, you can't die, you are so awesome. And I'm just like, that's probably how everybody feels watching that show when someone dies.
No one really died last night, but.
Well, I get that feeling. Like, it's one of those.
But my heart was broken because the one time I believe in love in this show, it turns out to be a lie.
Believe in nothing but pain.
You know what? Like, my fictional, the one fictional relationship breakup that genuinely broke my heart, and I've never had this before. It was really weird when it happened.
Was it Tommy Wiseau and Lisa?
It was Wiseau and Lisa. It broke my.
It wasn't it?
No, it was Erin and Andy in the office when they broke up. I was devastated, like, to the point where I was angry.
I was Ash.
I don't think I've ever had that happen. Like, I've never been that.
It only happens to me in Game of Thrones. Like, it only really does.
You have to learn not to trust anything.
I can't, anytime something lovely happens, I just have to learn that it's a complete lie.
I learned that for real life as well.
Heather, next week we get to go back to crazy Aunt Lysa.
By the way,
Yay!
Yay.
just
I like
talk,
there's a crazy ants. That's pretty.
for my benefit, could you talk a little bit about Markiplier?
Mark!
Well,
All right.
Oh,
if you
Mark.
insist.
Okay. If you.
All right.
Way to go, Fran.
Can we
Really
do
had
a
to twist
whole
my arm on
podcast?
that one.
Can we do an entire episode? Heather, do you want
By
to
the way, Greer, I loved how you said that it was girlfriend. That last podcast was girlfriend applications from us.
girlfriend applications to Markiplier?
No.
Apparently he stopped accepting those last year, but
I didn't send mine in.
I assumed that whole thing was a joke. I mean,
he actually says he still gets girlfriend applications.
of course he does.
Whoa,
Yeah, from Heather.
Like in the email.
They're all from me, all day, every day.
All day, all
I'm
day.
telling your husband.
Every single one, I'll just spam the email.
Just gonna go like, honey, I found someone on the internet and I really want to keep him.
Yeah.
Are you okay with this?
On this day, while we were getting ready for the podcast, we found some news that Greer has called the greatest story of the week.
Yeah, cool. Fran, let us talk about Mark first. We'll do that.
Greer's
And then
like,
I will go into the greatest story I've heard today.
If this is the Beyonce and Solange story, I want to hear that next.
Okay. Well, I'll talk about that real quick because it is like the best story I've heard all day. That at the Met Gala, like I think it was like last week, fucking Jay-Z, Beyonce, and her sister Solange were in an elevator, and there's footage of this the TMZ got. And Solange started yelling at Jay-Z. There's no audio to this, but Solange started yelling at Jay-Z. And, like, just a couple weeks ago, they were all at Coachella hanging out. They're at the Met Gala hanging out. But then they got in this elevator. Solange started yelling at Jay-Z. And then she started trying to kick Jay-Z and, like, punch him. And then the security, like, Beyonce's trying to get in the middle. She's like, stop, sister.
No, what? Why, though? Why?
I don't know. I don't know. Solange is like,
You know,
crazy.
if I had to guess, there's probably like he probably insulted her, being like, you know, you're not as famous as us, and then she's like, oh fuck you.
Probably not that, but I don't like because Jay-Z is a classy guy. I don't think he would have started something like that with Solange, but
Unless booze were involved.
yeah.
Isn't Jay-Z the guy that slagged off Taylor Swift?
No, that's
No, that's
Kanye.
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 Oh yeah, fuck you, Kanye.
Who,
Even though I don't like Taylor Swift, I feel like I need to
fuck
clarify.
you, Kanye, I'm sick of hearing about your wedding.
I'm sick of them.
They're not
And
gonna get married.
I wish nothing but the worst for everyone involved.
They're not gonna get married for like months, and there are like rumors, just like everywhere on television. Kim Kardashian found her wedding dress. Fuck
Oh my
off.
God,
I don't
wait,
want to
wait.
hear about Kim Kardashian's wedding dress.
Listen to this. When I went to the post office today, I put on the car radio, and like they were talking like apparently Beyonce and Jay-Z don't want to go to Kim K's wedding, and I'm just like, why is this news? They shouldn't go.
Why are they
Nobody
invited?
should go.
Why are they invited?
I was gonna say, do they even really know each other?
I respect that.
Kanye and Jay-Z know each other,
Oh, okay.
but
But still, that would be like them reporting that I said that I didn't want to go to their wedding. It's not news.
I know. I'm
I mean,
really tired of hearing about Kim Kardashian's wedding because they're not getting married for like months now.
I just think, like, what about all the stuff that isn't being reported? Like, can't they fucking make some room for that and not report all
Yeah.
the
I don't know. Fucking. I'm tired of hearing about fucking Kim Kardashian and her damn wedding and saying she's off in Paris. And the whole time I'm just thinking like, where's your baby? Who's taking care of your newborn baby?
Nobody.
You left him with the
Because
hobo.
every
Like
time my
baby
mom
big
hears
body-
this, every
body-
time I walk by my mom and she's watching a report like that, she's like, where's that baby? When you were, I couldn't bear to leave you alone until you were 2, you know, like.
It's gone the way of the train spotting baby. It's in a
Ugh.
crib or in the corner dying.
Yeah.
But what was I gonna say? Fuck. Oh, you know what? You're right though. That just like, you know, we have to report that, you know, we can't report about the 200 Nigerian girls that were kidnapped, but we have to tell you that Beyonce's not going to Kim K's wedding.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it really annoys me.
Fucking A.
It annoys me. And yet the irony is we're doing it now. I've just realized.
Yeah.
Well, I don't.
We're an
Yeah.
entertainment podcast. I don't want to talk about the deep stuff.
Oh.
Like, yes, that's terrible what's happening in Nigeria and the Ukraine.
It
but
is. I hope they find them and bring them home.
It's terrible what's happening everywhere, but I don't want to. That's a downer. I don't want to talk about that.
You know what? I think they've overthrown the terrorist group and they're like partying on their graves right now. and living up on an island somewhere.
Yeah.
That's my
okay. They'll
positive.
start their, oh my god, they'll just have a bunch of Amazonian black chicks on their own island.
Yeah.
So, speaking of depressing, I saw Only Lovers Left Alive, finally.
Which
After
is,
a year that it came out.
for those who don't know, that's the Tom Hiddleston, Tilda Swinton vampire movie.
And it was good, but it really could have been better. Like, it actually made a great conversation on the car ride home. Like, it was so good at first. Like, it literally, like, weaves a spell over you. Like, you're just drawn instantly into this world of just, like, you know, how much they love each other and how connected they are, even though, like, when it starts out, they're on, like, opposite sides of the world. But, like, and it sort of was, it was slow, because it was just building up their characters and their relationship. But, like, they add more stuff later of, like, her sister comes to visit, and, like, I don't know, she's kind of annoying and everything, but we had a discussion about this, actually, and by we, I mean me and Joe. We were just like, he was like, oh, well, it could have been more of, like, their relationship together. They didn't have to bring in the sister. And I'm like, yeah, but if they didn't bring in the sister, nothing would have happened. At all. They were just shooting the shit in Detroit.
Yeah.
And,
I really
like,
want to see that movie. It actually looks pretty good, yeah.
Soundtrack is really good.
Yeah, I've heard some of the soundtrack.
It's so out there and so bizarre, but, like, in a really good way, I mean.
I asked you if you see Tom's butt in it, but you said no, so...
No. The most...
No butt?
The only nudity you see is, like, actually in the trailer when it's just them in bed together, and they look... And, like... I'm sorry, but they look like two lesbians.
Fucking...
Tilda,
like, because Tilda Swinton already looks, like, kind of weird. Like, she's beautiful, but, like, she doesn't look like anybody else that, like...
Yeah, she has a distinct
Name
face.
someone that looks like Tilda Swinton.
A rat.
Oh, that's mean.
I'm horrible.
I said someone. Yeah, and then Tom Hiddleston's got that black wig.
I know, their hair is so bad in this. There's like 3 or 4 vampires that we see, and all of them have terrible, terrible hair. And I'm just like, I don't know.
They just ran out of fucks a couple hundred years ago.
Yeah.
One really, really good Tom Hiddleston thing that you should all see is a British series called Wallander.
Wallander, yeah.
Yeah, it's set in Holland, and it stars Kenneth Branagh, and Tom Hiddleston is in...
Oh, that. My mom watches that sometimes, and I caught a little of it because, like, I saw a little of that. Like, my mom watched it, and I just remember being like, oh, what are you watching? And she's like, oh, this TV show, and then it cuts to Tom Hiddleston in his natural hair, and I'm just like, oh my gosh!
Look at that hair!
It's like, oh, it's so beautiful.
I mean, honestly, like, it is a brilliant show. I mean, it's one of, like, the darkest things I've ever... Like, it's so bleak, but it's brilliant. It's really, really worth watching.
So is Only Lovers Left Alive. If you get a chance, Greer, to go see it.
Actually,
Despite the
there's been a bunch of pictures of him because he's filming a movie, Guillermo del Toro movie called Crimson Peak.
Crimson Peak. Everyone's freaking out about that because it's Tom Hiddleston and Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah.
I was more excited about Del Toro.
No, he's not in that movie.
He isn't?
No.
Oh,
Charlie Hunnam is in that movie, but...
Yeah, there was
No idea who that is.
Heather, you know who is in it?
Mm.
Jim Beaver.
Oh my god!
I know! The guy who plays Bobby in Supernatural, who is like, if you're a Supernatural fan, you love that man.
Yes.
Yeah, he is in that movie.
I love Bobby so much. He reminds me of my dad.
Oh my god. I wish Bobby should be everyone's dad and uncle and best friend and
He
brother.
reminds me of my dad because he's always wearing a hat. He's kind of southern and he says "idjit."
My dad
I was
says
like, that's my dad.
yeah, my dad says idiot. Oh, Bobby, I love you, man.
I actually didn't know the plot of this movie until I looked it up on Wikipedia.
What is it? It's just like a...
Synopsis!
Like, what's it called?
Synopsis! Set in Cumbria, which is in England, I guess.
Hey,
in a crumbling mansion in a largely rural and mountainous region of northern England in the 19th century. Young author Edith Cushing, who's Mia Wasikowska,
She was an only lover.
yeah,
alive.
I like her though. So discovers her charming new husband, Sir Thomas Sharp, who's Tom, is not who he appears to be. And he's also listed as a charming hero with a mysterious past.
Isn't it about demons or something, or monsters,
I don't know.
right?
I thought it was a...
Well, you said it was Del Toro, so it's probably got monsters.
Yeah, I thought it was a remake.
I love his movies.
I thought it was a remake, but I don't know if it is. I don't think so, but...
It might be. It's an old book.
Yeah, Benedict Cumberbatch was supposed to be in that movie, but then they cast Tom Hiddleston instead.
That's what I heard.
Instead of Tom Hiddleston and Mia Wasikowska, it was going to be Benedict Cumberbatch and Emma Stone.
I could see that too, but I'm looking forward to that movie. Yeah, I've seen some of those shots too from like the on set, and he looks so dashing.
He looks dapper in like a waistcoat little thing. And...
Oh, he looks yummy. I can't wait, and I can't wait until he's in a vampire movie where he's actually hot. Because as much as I love him, his character was very mopey and very depressed. This kind of the stereotypical like emo vampire.
But at least he plays guitar?
Yeah, and violin in one scene.
Ooh.
And you get to see his chest a lot, which is hot.
That's great. Well, that's almost as good as the butt, but...
It's almost as good
Someday we'll see his butt.
Almost as good as the butt. Or the D.
Greer, you're so obsessed with butts, I'm beginning to think you're the crazy butt stabber.
Oh no! I try not to be. I hope I'm not.
Oh my god.
That's a Markiplier joke. Woohoo!
Yay!
So what else do we talk about?
Fran wanted to hear about Markiplier. You want to do that, Heather? You want to do that?
Yeah, show us the mystery man that
Do
we
I
are
want
like.
to do that?
Do you want to do that? Do you want to hit that?
Oh my.
I haven't even seen him, and I think I want to hit that.
Okay. Well, I'll send you.
Wow.
Here's his picture right here. His pretty face. I'll put a picture of his pretty face right here. He's gorgeous.
I saw
He's
the video you posted.
I'm starting to feel a little bad about how badly we're
He's
objectifying him.
beautiful.
No, it's alright. I
Don't
mean, it's
feel
not
bad
like
about it. Heather, don't you dare feel bad about objectifying a man. Women are objectified every fucking
No,
day.
That doesn't make it right.
Markiplier fans always be fighting on Tumblr because there are they always be fighting. Some of them always be fighting on Tumblr because there are a lot of fans that like him physically, find him physically attractive, but then there are other fans that think they're better than everyone else that are like, oh, why do you find him physically attractive? That means you don't care about his personality. You just want him for his body. And then I'm like, I didn't know I couldn't do both of those things. I didn't know that was impossible. I'll make sure to write that down for future reference when I'm trying to find a relationship.
I mean, it's like I objectify up all the time.
Who? What?
I objectify Phil Brain all the time. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
We were
I just worried that I'm gonna come off as one of those like really creepy fangirls that are like, I love you. Like,
Again,
I just want to clarify. He is very attractive, and he seems like a genuinely awesome person. Like the stuff he does for charity, and the fact that he's so nice to his fans, and he's hilarious, and I love his videos. And despite all the talking about how hot he is, I like him, but I'm not creepy obsessed with him.
The way those uppity fans talk, it's like, oh, if you find him attractive, you can't possibly be attracted to his personality, but...
No, he seems like such a nice guy! And he's such a dope.
He is a huge dork.
Which I think that's part of the reason I like him so much, because he's just like my husband. He's he'll do anything and not worry about what people think of him, which is hilarious. So I'm just like, aw, you're like Gilbert.
I think you're right, Heather. I think you're right. I think objectifying in general is like probably not great, but I think in this context, in the context of a fan podcast, it can be.
Yeah, it must be crazy fangirl.
Yeah.
By the way, anybody who wants to talk about how lovely I am, feel free. I mean,
well, yeah,
you're so hot. You're so hot all the time. I want you.
Radiates hotness.
Hashtag too hot for Oh, guys, talking of which, did anyone see my really hot picture that I put on Facebook where I look like Ricky Gervais?
No.
What?
Is this a recent one or the?
Yeah, look on my Facebook wall. There is a picture of me that my friend Sam put up where I'm climbing on something and I look like Ricky Gervais.
Oh, I saw that. You look
I want to
stunning.
see it. Let me
I
find
look so fucking hot. I look too hot for you.
Can we post that on the podcast? It'd be hilarious.
Yeah,
Yeah.
make it the official picture.
Here's a picture of Mark, by the way.
What
There you go.
is that? What are you hanging on to?
I don't know. It's like a piece of art or something. I was really drunk.
Fran, look at that. Look at that picture. Look at that picture.
Okay,
Selfie
hang on.
in the bathroom.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
friend, that is my favorite picture of you.
Oh my god, he's such a buff baby. He's so...
I think we've converted someone.
By the way, talking very briefly again of Adventure Time, I love the buff baby who can dance like a man. That one.
Oh my god.
Punchy your
When I watched
buns.
that-
I'm a punchy your buns.
When I watched that for the first time in the show, he physically fell out of his chair and onto the floor and was like, it was so cute. And then again,
If you're an evil witch, I will punch you for fun. It's so
Yeah,
good.
that song's great.
again. It happens again, and again he laughed his ass off, and he was so funny and so cute.
I can't watch it enough. I mean, it's up there. Finn's song about being a giant foot, the auto-tune one.
Yeah.
I miss auto-tune.
Thank you with my kid. Get up, Tracy. Get up, Kim. I'm not gonna let it rock.
I don't want to be a foot. I think we've all been there, you know?
Stop telling me to enjoy being a
Adventure Time. I have the best slippers ever because one's Ice King and one's Gunther.
Oh, that's so good. That's
I love Gunther. Gunther
love-
and Bevo are my favorite.
my favorite thing ever is when Ice King, he has to get rid of Gunther because he has a stank butt, but he says he's going to take care of him, and then you just cut to Gunther floating away on the iceberg. And
That's so cute.
bye!
Kyle.
I love that bit with Marceline's dad and Gunther. Like, Gunther is the most evil being ever.
Yeah.
Keep your crummy soul.
Gunther,
Yeah,
who
that
said
is
you
one of
could
my
fly?
favorite, like, that
I
is one of
love
my
Gunther.
favorite lines. Like, he has to leave because he has a stank butt.
Yes, stank butt. See, people think British slang is brilliant, but I hear it like that, and I'm sorry, America wins, hands down. Stank butt, god damn it.
Well, you know, essentially Adventure Time has its own slang, you know?
You really smell like dog buns.
Yeah, that's true, like
Oh
that
my
so
god!
Oh my
I
god.
love what the Bjork. That happened later. You know?
What the Bjork, that's genius. I don't think
I
I
know,
even remember them saying that. That's incredible. I think what I like about the glob thing is that it kind of, it's an example of the way things evolve on the show, because it started off with just LSP saying it. Now it's like
Yeah.
glob, it's implied to be their actual god.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not just nonsense. It's actually
Yeah,
religious
exactly.
nonsense.
I mean, nothing on the show is just nonsense. That you're lured into thinking that it all has a backstory, it all has a like context.
Kind of. Very deceptive.
Adventure Time
Yeah.
is deep, man.
Getting deep, man.
That's
Oh,
me.
just as we're recording this episode, Mark uploaded a new video.
Ha! He knew
Well,
we
I
were
was
talking
going to
about
do
it.
chores
I
later.
was going to do this podcast, but now.
I was going to have a life.
No, he knew we were talking about him, so he's like, "This is for you, ladies."
Oh god.
He,
Fangirl
Don't
sense
do
was
this.
tingling.
Heather, would you guys be mad if I married Markiplier?
What?
No.
Kill you.
I'd like to point out that I am, I'm married, so I can't have him anyway.
I'm totally
Oh.
free.
Greer's gonna shank you.
Greer, would you be mad if I married Markiplier?
Yes, I would.
I ship Fran and Markiplier, so I agree.
Well, well, Fran likes horror games, right? You like horror games, right, Fran? And horror movies and
Yeah,
shit.
I do.
Mark plays horror games, so there you go.
I think I need to end my unhealthy obsession.
Yeah.
With what? Film brain?
Well, I was gonna say shitting myself, but yeah, also with film praise.
I am
I'm
so
just
off
gonna replace
topic
it with
right
a
now.
different unhealthy obsession.
Yeah.
So
That's what I do.
I can't talk about S.H.I.E.L.D. this week because I did not watch last week's because I forgot that it was Tuesday.
You didn't
So
miss anything.
and I still haven't watched it. So hooray me! I'm a great host. I'm great.
You didn't miss anything. You really didn't.
I did. Well,
Well,
I still
actually,
feel
no, wait.
like I have to watch it. I don't know.
Actually,
I
wait,
catch
I'm
up on,
wrong.
like, 2 weeks of Supernatural.
You didn't miss anything in the first half, but you missed something in the second half.
Okay.
So,
Tomorrow's the season finale.
yeah, shit's going down.
Just going down.
I'm yelling timber. No, I'm not.
I haven't watched Supernatural, Heather, since Kevin died. I'm crap. I'm so rubbish. I need to like binge watch it.
I'm
I love
guessing
that
you,
the
can
term
you
now.
watch the CW videos on their website over there? Or does it not work?
I'm watching it. I'm watching it illegally, basically. But I'm down.
You mean you're watching it completely legally? Completely legally, right?
I'm watching it completely.
I'm so glad.
Legally. That's what I meant to say.
See, when you say that, they have no evidence when the FBI comes to snipe you in the head.
At least until our lawyer gets here.
Yeah.
See, No School for the Podcast has a lawyer.
The FBI or whoever, the customs, I don't know.
The lawyer is my cat.
Y'all don't have an FBI lawyer.
Guys from the airport are gonna come and scan my legs to see if I'm downloading things illegally.
Your cat is our lawyer. It's the cutest lawyer ever.
She is.
Aww.
Guys, I live in England. People don't listen to my recordings of things and knock on my door with guns.
Oh.
That must be nice.
So along with them this week announcing that there's going to be a new season of S.H.I.E.L.D., they also finally announced that there are plans for the Agent Peggy Carter TV show.
Oh my
God.
god.
Finally! I've been waiting for this.
I have questions about this. So, like, is Peggy Carter? She was his Captain America's love interest,
like girlfriend, and she also co-founded S.H.I.E.L.D. with Howard Stark.
in the 40s. Okay, so what is this going to be like? This series is it going to be chronologically?
I guess
chronological.
when she was starting S.H.I.E.L.D. because there's just this huge blank spot in the cinematic verse at least where you don't know what happened in between when Captain America got frozen in the ice when he was a capsicle, and then between like Iron Man, I don't know, but
I really want Dominic Cooper to be in it as Howard Stark, though. I would want him in it.
He's a great Howard Stark.
Dominic Cooper? Wait, who's? Oh, I was thinking somebody else. Sorry.
Yeah, I think you are. He's a young British actor. I really didn't like him in anything else I saw him in, and then I was like, in Captain America, I was like, holy shit, he can act. What the fuck?
Where has he have been hiding this talent?
But I love Peggy Carter so much. Like the first Captain America.
She's awesome.
She's the best character in the first Captain America, undoubtedly. And then. Who hasn't seen Winter Soldier?
I haven't.
I saw that, but I haven't seen the first one. So.
Oh,
right, you've seen Winter Soldier, right? There's a scene in Winter Soldier that kind of breaks my heart.
Oh god,
that I haven't talked about before, and that made me cry. I'm gonna say that right now. That made me cry like a baby.
Aww.
Scene you're talking about? It's the death scene, isn't it?
No, it's with. Well, she doesn't die, but it's the fact. Heather, I'm sorry. I have to talk about this. I'm sorry.
I think I know what. I think this happened in a comic, and
Steve goes to see Peggy because
yeah.
In the deleted scene in Avengers, you find out he finds out that she's still alive in England or something. So he goes over there. Spoilers for if you have not seen Winter Soldier, but this isn't a huge scene in Winter Soldier, but it's a scene that's in Winter Soldier that breaks your heart.
Shit, Heather, I thought you had seen it. Sorry, Heather.
No.
Heather says it's okay. That's why I asked her. So Steve goes to see her, and she's like, "Oh, I thought you were dead." And they have this really meaningful conversation, and then she pauses and said, and this was after a 3-minute conversation, and then she's like, "Oh, Steve, you're alive. I'm so glad to see that." So it clicks that she has Alzheimer's. And I'm like, that's when I just started crying. I'm just like, no!
Why do you think she has Alzheimer's?
Because the minute that they stopped having that conversation, and then she had forgotten everything that they had just talked about.
No, I didn't interpret it like that. I thought it was just her. She was generally overcome with the fact that he was alive.
She said that when he came in or something.
I'm trying to remember that scene.
And then she started talking like she had just seen her, like she had just seen him again for the very first time, even though they had been talking for like 5 minutes already.
Well, I mean, no, that's true. I work with a lady with Alzheimer's, and yeah, I mean, we'll be having a conversation, and then after about 5 minutes, yeah, she'll repeat the exact same thing to me.
Yeah, that's what happened with Peggy.
Yeah, ask me the same questions.
Yeah. I just about walked out. Like, I could not deal with that.
Aww.
It's an incredible...
Because it's like, you have Steve who's like still the same age, and then she's so old, and he still loves her, and oh god, I can't deal. Okay.
Someone give her a hug.
Let me stretch my arms and try and hug you. I don't think it's working.
That was the best, worst scene in that movie.
It's a beautiful scene, and for me, that was all the stuff in Winter Soldier that worked the best. It was all the stuff relating back to him getting over the fact that he had lost the entire world from the first movie, his friends, his family, his culture. That was the strongest stuff in Winter Soldier for me. The stuff with S.H.I.E.L.D. is always interesting, and it's not that I don't like. It's not that I don't like Black Widow either, because I do. I really like her as a character. I really liked her in Avengers. It's just I thought it was a bit too action and not enough kind of emotional character.
You thought Steve's personal stuff was the strongest.
Yeah,
which I agree. Yeah, I mean, that's what was I gonna say? Fuck. I mean, that's why I said like that movie wasn't really even a Captain America movie. I feel like that movie was like S.H.I.E.L.D. the movie, because like that movie was barely about Captain America or the Winter Soldier, or like Bucky Barnes, or like any of that. That was like they shouldn't even have called it the Winter Soldier, because he's barely in that movie.
Yeah, I mean, and that was kind of my.
It was a S.H.I.E.L.D. movie.
Yeah, it was. It really, really was. And I really liked. I'm trying to remember the name of the character, but like the guy that Steve kind of connects with, the ex-war hero with the wings.
Oh, Falcon.
Who's
the greatest character in that movie? I love him so much.
Yeah, he's awesome.
I really wanted the credits scene to be like going up to Falcon and be like, I wanted to talk to you about the Avengers Initiative or some shit like that. Like, I wanted the Avengers so bad.
Yeah, I really, really want Falcon to come back in the next Avengers movie. I really, really liked him as a character. And
coolest invention, fucking backpack with robot wings. I'm like, oh my god.
And it looked badass. It really did.
I think. But I mean, gonna be in the next Avengers movie.
Huh?
I hope so. I really hope so.
I think
Falcon's an Avenger. I think.
Yeah, he will be. He will be.
I think in the comics, the character of Falcon is an Avenger, but I'm not 100% sure. Google it, yeah. So I don't sound like an idiot that doesn't read comic books.
Can I just say how happy I am? And I can't believe I'm saying this. I'm really happy that James Franco is doing the making of the.
I've been waiting for you to give me this explanation.
I'm really, because I think it's.
Alright, context. James Franco is making a movie based off of The Room. The making of it.
Oh yeah.
And he's directing it or something, and he's going to play Tommy Wiseau.
I don't want
to forget, it says Falcon was an Avenger, so.
Cool, alright, yay.
I don't want him to play Tommy Wiseau. Like, I'm glad he's doing it too.
No.
But I don't want. I think
hear
somebody else should do it.
I'm dying to hear what Fran has to say about this.
I think that's great casting, because I legitimately think, all joking aside, that James Franco is quite weird, and I think Tommy Wiseau's quite weird. That's fucking brilliant casting. And, like, whatever I think about James Franco, he can act. Like, I think it's an awesome idea. I think it's a really good bit of casting, and I think it will be a really good movie.
Okay.
But have they announced who else is in
like
it?
you told me, you're like, man, I'm really happy about this, and I'm like, you're happy with something that has to do with James Franco?
I
Can't believe it.
I mean, it's the stuff he does with his personal life that I find irritating. Actually, his cinematic output, I have no problem with. Like, I fucking love Rise of Planet of the Apes. I think that's a wicked movie. Like,
I keep meaning to see 127 Hours because I hear that movie's very, very good. So.
In fact, I might even watch it tonight. I really want to see Buried with Ryan Reynolds.
Oh.
It's Ryan Reynolds in a box. Like, I'm sorry, that sounds like my...
I wish Ryan Reynolds in a box would come to my house.
But he'd be dead.
No, and I don't have holes in it.
Air holes in it, yeah. He'll be fine.
Have they announced who else is going to be in the Room movie? Or
no, it's just James Franco right now.
I can't imagine who could play Lisa.
I can't believe that
Seth Rogen.
I can't believe that, like, since this is, like, Tommy Wiseau's, like, he owns the rights to everything in the Room, right? So, like, I'm so surprised that he would sign off on this.
But
like, that's what blows my
money.
mind even more.
You know what I bet? Oh, I'm sorry. You know what I bet? I bet he's signing off on it because he's like, oh my god, this handsome man wants to play me, and he'll be all sexy, haha. It'll be good for my image.
I mean, but that's the thing, though. Like, what the hell does Tommy Wiseau know about rights? And, like, I mean, it's like he had that, like, fake-out John from the Rom guy try and defend him against the nostalgia critic. Like, who the fuck is that guy? It's Tommy Wiseau. It's a made-up alter ego. Like, he doesn't have a leg to stand on, Tommy Wiseau. In fact, I almost hope that they don't completely screw him out of his rights. Like, because I think they could. I think Tommy Wiseau is just insane enough to be screwed like that. I hope they don't. I hope they like, make sure that he gets money out of it and everything. Like,
yeah.
Because he
God knows he needs it.
I wonder how well off he is after the whole Room thing, like public appearances and cons and what have you. Like,
he still has cons. One of my neighbor I knew down the street went to one, and she got to meet him. And I'm just like, is he as weird as he seems? And she's like, oh yeah, he totally is.
He was in London, like for all of February, doing showings of the Room at the Prince Charles Cinema. But like, I didn't go for some reason. I just was kind of always busy. I really wish I'd gone in hindsight, because it's like, who knows when he's going to come to one again.
Who knows when I'll be able to get a picture with him.
and that's important to me.
Getting a picture with Tommy Wiseau.
That'll be life.
I would love to see that. Holy
shit. Yes.
Get a picture with you giving Tommy Wiseau a hug.
I don't know why, but like...
Or touching his lovely mane.
Oh no, I don't go near that hair. I want to stay at least 10 feet away from that hair. I have to work tomorrow, okay? I don't want to get sick.
You're doing a bad job by talking to me.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's contagious through Skype.
It is, though.
And we must be very sick.
I was fake coughing, and I made myself actually cough.
Do you know what's really awful? Is I started faking a snort with my laugh to annoy my friends, and then for ages it wouldn't go away.
It's still around once in a while.
That sounds like something you would do.
I know, it's stuck around. I can't think of anything else that I want to talk about. So you guys think of stuff while I think of stuff.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so we'll just have about 30 seconds of silence. Is that okay?
Awkward pause, like on Craig Ferguson. On Craig Ferguson's show, anytime he ends an interview, he's like, you want to do an awkward pause? They're like, sure. And so they'll just sit there with an awkward pause for about 30 seconds.
Wait, here's something we can talk about. Why is Craig leaving his show?
Because he just is.
Yeah, he said he wanted to leave while he still enjoyed doing it. He's been doing it for like almost 10 years, hasn't he?
He's been doing it for 10 years.
That's really cool, though. That's a great...
I mean, but in comparison, Dave Letterman's been doing his show for 30 years or some shit.
But I think...
in comparison, David Letterman's not funny.
Oh, boo. I've liked David Letterman the more crotchety he's got. I don't know. There's something about him just being a crotchety old man on TV, and I love it. I don't know. He's always so grumpy.
I have a relationship with Letterman. Like, it annoys me the way he fake laughs at celebrities' jokes, but in general, I find him funny. I just think he can occasionally be a bit sycophantic. But then again, I think when Jon Stewart interviews people that he likes, I think he can be a bit sycophantic. Like, he had Matt Stone and Trey Parker on his show once, and I think he was sycophantic as shit.
I haven't seen that one.
Like, I remember when I really started to like David Letterman. Like, remember when he got in that scandal about, like, he was in some blackmail scandal about, like, he might have had an affair or something, like, with his secretary. And then, like, the day that news broke, he went on his show and said, yep, that happened, and I'm sorry. And, like, he didn't even, like, he was just like, yeah, I did this, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry, let's move on now. This is exactly what happened. So there aren't any rumors swirling around. This was, like, the day that it broke, and he's like...
That is so ballsy.
He got the jump on it before the media could.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I love that. There was no bullshit. He just went on, like, yep, I did this, and I'm sorry.
I know, it's so awesome. I wish more people were like that, you know?
Yeah, no, I totally do, because as well, it's not apologizing in a, like...
And like making a tour of it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like, an insincere apology would have been really overwrought, but just saying, yep, it happened is way more sincere.
Yeah.
I don't know what else
I want to, like, I watched John Oliver's show again last night, speaking of interviewing.
Such a fucking hottie.
Have you watched any of it yet?
Yeah, bits of it. I still need to watch all of the first episode, which it's on YouTube, isn't it?
I think it is. I think they put the first one on there yet. I actually missed last week's because I forgot, and but I watched it last night, and he did a good bit on global warming.
Oh yeah, that's kind of broken the internet today, hasn't it?
It was really funny. And also completely true.
Well, yeah, I read what he wrote, what he said, and it was like, facts don't need your opinions. Like, it's like asking a bigger number.
Really, like news organizations will go like, yeah, 1 in 4 people in America are still skeptical about climate change, and doesn't think it's, you know, a big deal. And John Oliver's like, who gives a fuck? You know, opinions mean nothing against, you know, 97% of scientists in the world have evidence and completely support the idea of climate change. So it doesn't matter your opinion or what, you know, this person is skeptical about it, because it's true. Like, it's a fact that it's happening.
Yeah, but I don't want it to be a fact. I don't want it to be.
And he said the problem with news organizations is that usually with, like, CNN or whatever, when they're debating global warming, when they're having a debate, it's usually, like, Bill Nye and some dude who's a skeptic about global warming. So it's, like, 50-50. It's, like, this one person gets this one person, when in reality it should be, like, here's 4... you know, or here's three scientists that are skeptics about global warming. Now here's other 97% of those scientists who have scientific facts, plus Bill Nye. And it's like, it's great. Everyone watch that.
I want to see Dr. Insano talk about global warming.
Oh my god, it'd be great.
The best thing ever. I miss Dr. Insano.
I do too.
Yeah, I miss Dr. Insano. I've been thinking a lot recently that I need to watch, like, Kick-Assia and, like, Taboli Flea and all those movies again.
Yeah.
You can't! It was the past! I'm looking off into the distance, by the way.
I just want to watch like young Matthew with his floppy hair being all like sucky up.
Being dressed up as Harry Potter.
Yeah. Oh my god, the Harry Potter costume is adorable.
Matt
Speaking
in
of Harry
those
Potter.
movies.
Speaking of Harry Potter. Oh my god.
Hello!
Diagon Alley's almost finished, you guys.
Holy shit!
It's almost done. Diagon Alley Universal Studios is almost finished.
Why?
It's gonna open next month.
Will it really be diagonal? Because that would be
No!
Well, then that defeats the purpose.
But I watched the videos on it. Fran.
Yeah.
But they have the train that takes you from Islands of Adventure Harry Potter to Diagon Alley and Studios. You get on the train, it's the Hogwarts Express, and you sit down, and they have out the windows so you can actually look out and see, like, the countryside and stuff. It's like screens, but it looks real, and you can see, like, Fred and George flying by, and Hagrid standing there saying, hi!
Aww.
Isn't that every day for Fran?
Oh my god, why aren't they building this in England?
I don't
The host
know.
Harry
Because that's what England's actually like, right? Don't kill my dreams, friend.
You guys already have a King's Cross. We don't.
Hogwarts is real. Don't tell me it's not.
Hogwarts is real.
You guys have a King's Cross. You don't need a fake one.
to the wall at King's Cross, it's because you're drunk.
There actually is the cart halfway in the wall. I've been there. It's a tourist attraction.
And they're also telling me that you could go actually through platform 9 3/4, and I don't know how they're gonna fucking do that, but I can't wait. Fran, you need to get over here so we can go, and I'll take you, and it's gonna be awesome.
That was very aggressive.
Yeah, she sounds. Yeah.
Wizarding World is like the greatest place I've ever been. Like, no joke. I'm being dead serious right now. It is the greatest place that I've ever fucking been.
Wow.
I really want to go, don't get me wrong, but I do think it's funny how obsessed you are with theme parks.
Oh. I can't even...
Disney.
They've been in Diagon Alley for, like, years now.
I really want to go.
And you have to go see fucking... I haven't been to the Simpsons area of Universal yet, so you still have to do that, too.
Alright, well, let's...
And get an actual Krusty Burger.
Let's all go on a field trip.
No.
We all need to go, so the four of us need to go on a big, like, those girls with the podcast, like, vacation.
Yeah. We'll have Serena come pick us up.
Yep.
No, like, seriously though, can the four of us, like, do something? Can we meet up in, like, the next year or so? Like, if I come to America, can we find a point that is in the middle of where we all live? Or
I'm totally okay with that.
It'll be in the middle of, like, bumfuck Kentucky or some shit.
Yeah, because, like, me and Heather are up in the north and Greer's in the south, so...
There's nothing to do.
Spare bedrooms, I'm just saying.
I'll come to your house.
Okay.
I'm still waiting for your book, by the way.
Okay.
Heather sent me her spare copy of John Green's The Fault in Our Stars.
Cool.
And just after I went to, like, a fucking book sale on Saturday to buy cheap books, because the library was doing a book sale, and I got... Guys, this is the greatest book purchase I've ever bought. Let me just preface this by saying, I only spent $6.
Nice.
I got the entire Millennium trilogy, which is all three, the Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, all of those books.
For $6?
First, and I got Push by Sapphire, which is the book that Precious is based off of.
Oh my god.
And what was it? And Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, which I don't have a copy of. I got all that for $6.
That's some heavy ass reading you got ahead of you.
I've already read the Millennium Trilogy. It's like my favorite trilogy, and I've already read it, so it goes on my shelf directly, but I just like to have them. The only thing I'm bummed out about is that I got the second and third books in hardback, but they only had the first book in paperback. I could have had the entire trilogy in
At least you have a copy, you know?
I know, but I could have had it all in hardback.
My husband told me what happens in those. I think he watched the movies, and I was like, well, I can't watch or read that. All right, then.
I really need to read them. I need to see them. I can't get used to you referring to the Philosopher's Stone as the Sorcerer's Stone.
I don't know why
Yeah.
it's called that over here.
Yeah, why did they change it? Weird.
Philosopher's Stone has something to do with like alchemy or something, right?
Yeah, but Sorcerer's Stone sounds way more exciting, doesn't it?
Well, sorcerer means wizard, so
yeah.
they probably didn't want people thinking like, oh, this has to do with like alchemy, which is the devil's work.
Yeah,
I
but
think Harry Potter is the devil's work.
Yeah, but and then they released it, and people already thought that. So
You guys remember the backlash that Harry Potter got? That thing that like it was brainwashing our children.
oh yeah, it still gets that. Hell yeah.
oh yeah, and
Remember
like
the backlash that Pokemon had?
Oh yeah, it still gets that. But
It's a book, people.
PETA still hates Pokemon.
Don't even talk to me
Fuck
about
off, PETA. I'll
Hang
play
on.
Pokemon all I
PETA
fucking
is
want,
a disgrace to the animal rights community.
I
They
know.
can go fuck themselves.
Why? Why are they disgraced?
I don't know anything about why people hate PETA. Can I ask like what it is that they actually do that people
Let
are so
me tell you the most absurd thing they ever done. They got angry at President Obama once because he did an interview and there was a fly buzzing around and he killed the fly.
Bastard.
And they got so mad at Obama for killing a fly.
Cold-blooded bastard.
Are you
That's how
kidding?
extremist they are.
It's the fact that they're ridiculous in their tactics. The fact that they use the objectification of women to try and promote the idea of veganism. Like all those Pamela Anderson fucking ads they do, like, hey, look, titties, be a vegan. And there was
the one ad
there was
campaign
a story say there's the fact that the person, I believe it's the person that runs PETA, believes that your pets, your cats, your dogs are better off dead than living with you.
Yeah, they don't like animals that are domesticated.
Yeah, there's a story that they were killing adopting animals and killing them or something like that.
Yeah,
I don't remember
heard
exactly.
that. Is that
So
true?
I'm
Yeah,
not 100%
I know they,
sure.
I know they hate the domesticated animals. Like
Yeah.
they don't like the fact that animals like dogs and cats are domesticated.
They really were
Well, there's no
adopting
taking back the
animals?
domestication now. It's been hundreds of years of domestication, and I can't get that word out.
Yeah.
But now it's our responsibility to take care of all these animals that need us. We can't just like throw them out and let them, live. Or it would be, and the idea of killing them instead of having them stay with people that actually care about them infuriates me.
They feel like animals
also-
would be better off dead than living
PETA
with
is
a
also-
shitty human.
PETA is also pro breed-specific legislation, which is the ones where they make laws that you can't have a pit bull because they're naturally fucking vicious, which is such bullshit, and I hate that idea so fucking
The one
much.
ad campaign that I like from them is the ones that they've done for anti-fur clothing, like, because I remember they did this ad campaign with Chester Bennington from Linkin Park, who is a major hottie. And he has like tons of tattoos and like, so they had him shirtless, like doing an ad campaign against wearing fur. And, I was okay with that, mainly because I think Chester Bennington's a hottie, but,
I had really heard about that they like were getting animals to kill them, but I wasn't sure if that was true, and now I'm like really sad.
I'm not 100% sure if that one is true. I think it is, but I don't. It's been so long since I read about that I'm not sure. But I know they're pro PSL and they're anti-animals in your house, and I hate PETA so much.
I know that they're against they're like basically anti-pet, like you can't.
I'm so sad now.
killing animals thing. I think I remember that. I don't think they were adopting them and killing them. I think what it was they had. I mean, this is still awful, but they had like dog pounds, and if the animals couldn't be adopted, like not even if they were sick or anything, they would kill them.
Well, that happens all the time in America anyway.
Well, that's what kill shelters are.
That's
really?
Because they'll run out of room. Shelters have no room.
That's why there's specific no-kill shelters, but
regular
shelters.
But then they fill up so quickly that most of the time they can't take animals.
Yeah, it's sad.
Well, if PETA do all that stuff, then they can go and
like
fuck
shelters
stuff.
that do euthanize, they'll take your animal, but that means they'll probably have to euthanize one that's old or deemed unadoptable.
Now I just want to go buy a kitten and hold it, and I don't know. I want to save the animals.
You know what we found out about our dog, Elvis, who Fran loves, is that he was a double rescue before my brother's friend's family got him. That he was apparently part of a litter, and some family adopted him along with like 3 other dogs, but then brought him back to the shelter.
Aww.
And then my brother's best friend's family got him, and then we got him. So like, they brought him back for some reason, and now my mom's like, they made a mistake bringing you back, and I'm like, well, if they didn't bring him back, then we wouldn't have him, so, or if they brought it, yeah.
My parents ended up with a cat like that. They, my, aunt who lived next door to my grandmother, she's no longer with us, but she, took care of a lot of feral cats because my grandmother lives out in, like, the boondocks, and there was one that had a litter of cats under her porch, and there was, my grandmother's other neighbor took one home and then took Fu, who ended up with my parents, home with him too, and he just spent the night, and she's like, yeah, I'm not keeping this one, so we just kind of ended up with him.
Aww.
There's something wrong with that cat. I mean, I love him, but there's something wrong with his head. He licks walls. I don't know what's up with that.
Oh my god, guys, I used to babysit for this family when I was little, and I swear their dog had, I mean, I don't know, it's horrible, but it used to walk around in circles, it would for like an hour on end, really, really quickly, and then like furiously lick itself. I swear it had something wrong with it. It was so sad. And this family, they really take care of it though, this family, and I because I was quite young at the time and I was a bit nervous around dogs, I really hated babysitting for them. And like, I went around there and they like after these like kids that were both under 5 and this dog that was clearly nuts and a Rottweiler. And I like, yeah, oh my god, it was terrifying.
Is that the same family where there was this, you told that story that I love so much about the dog that was like, you were hoping it was dead or something?
Oh my god.
I was going to cut that bit out of the story, Greer, because
Way to go, Greer.
We're on an animal rights kick. I didn't want to make a joke about an animal.
Like, that story is so funny to me, just the way you were like, what was the dog's name?
Bosun.
You're like, maybe Bosun's dead.
Yeah, I'll tell you what it was. Because I hated babysitting this dog. When the little girl came out and told me they had a new dog, I was like, oh, does that mean Bosun's dead? And it was like, no, we've got a Rottweiler. Buddy, down in here.
I love that story so much.
I mean, really,
you sounded so happy the first time you told that story. Like, you sounded so happy, like, maybe the dog's dead.
No, I'm a terrible person. And I was like 15 at the time.
Oh, I love that story so much it made me cough.
Sicko. Guys, I'm gonna have to go. I've got a really early shift tomorrow.
Let's wrap it up. Woo. It's Facebook. We got one. There we go. Like it.
Oh, and guys, can I just say, like, for your own sakes, all go out and watch the various shows that are being submitted to the channel Awesome Talent Search.
Yes.
They're of varying degrees of goodness, but I support them all in their...
I think Dave is actually doing that. He works on oh my god, that guy is like obsessed with being an internet reviewer. So
shout out to Dave. Love you, Dave.
Various shows, and like he submitted, I think, the best of his work. So I don't know. We'll see what happens for him. But good luck, Dave.
Dave is Zenith will rule. Just Google him. He's an awesome dude.
Good luck, Zenith.
We hung out he picked me up from the train station at MagFest a couple years ago, and he's rad.
Oh, well, good luck, Dave, and good luck to you all out there. I look forward to seeing all of you on that guy.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys. Seafarer, I think, is submitting, and Filmer Nagata, who I love both of those guys. And
there's a really good comic strip reviewer, as in like the funny pages in newspapers. I watched the show that he did on Calvin Hobbes. I think it was his 50th show. I think it's called The Punchline.
Mm-hmm.
But good show. You should look that up. That's a really, really solid show.
Yeah, good luck. We probably won't be submitting because they probably don't need podcasts, but, whatever.
I was thinking about submitting. I really was, and then I'm just like, I only have 5 episodes out, and I don't really know if I have enough time to make another one. So
you'd have to make 2 a month, bro.
Damn, and I just got a job. There's no way.
Yeah, I was thinking about it for a while, but I mean, honestly, I know that little bit of camera looked good, but when you film anything and you watch it on the full screen, it looks like a piece of shit. So that takes me out of the equation.
Wow.
What was that?
Oh, I sneezed.
Is it tight?
Ow, my chest. Ow.
What just came out of you?
What?
What just came out of you?
A sneeze.
I think it might have been a demon.
You guys think it's a demon.
Greer needs
Oh my
the
God,
Winchesters.
Fran, it was Bob.
Oh,
No!
No!
Oh,
we need to
Lord.
stop before I pass out.
Gotta get Bob out of her.
If me and Georgia start talking about Twin Peaks, then I'll give something away, and I don't want that to happen.
Okay.
Bob will find you and haunt your dreams.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. We'll talk about the season finale of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. next week.
Okay.
I don't know what else we'll talk about, but most likely Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. again. We're the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. cast. Thanks, Clark. Retweet us, Clark Gregg.
We'll talk about Solange Knowles drop kicking Jay-Z in the balls.
Yeah, we'll have to
And somehow
get an
we'll
update
work
on that.
Markiplier back in there.
Yeah, we'll still talk about Mark. It's turning into a Markiplier podcast.
I'll have something to contribute to that, so that's good.
Great.
I'll keep making room jokes. Oh, Mark, you're so sexy. Ha ha ha.
Oh, hi, Mark. He has used that joke before, which I love.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Anytime he shows up in my feed, that's what goes in my head. Oh, hi, Mark.
How's your sex life with all your fangirls? Ha ha ha.
All right, everyone. Bye.
Bye-bye.